Hi, welcome back to Cooking with Mrs. Thompson. I'm Karen Thompson, a former hospital food service director, dietitian, retired family consumer science teacher, and cook. Join us as we travel the globe sampling the world's cuisines. Today we're heading to Italy to make Bolognese. I really didn't know what Bolognese was. I just always, I'd look at it and I think, oh, it's just, an Italian meaty sauce, which it is. But there's none of the typical players. There's no oregano, there's no basil, there's no garlic. There's just deliciousness. And it's like a vegetable base beef sauce. So let's get started. I'm going to be using the food processor. I've got three carrots. I'm going to take the tops. I've already peeled them. I'm going to take the tops and the bottoms off. And I'm just going to cut these into 1 inch or so chunks because I will be putting all of these into the food processor and basically grinding them up. Now, 1 to 2 ribs of celery. My celery is toward the end of it, so I am using 3 because these are pretty small. I am going to pull the leaves off of them. You could use them. I'm not. So I'm just going to give these a rough chop, along with 1 pretty large onion. It too is going to get a rough chop. Rough chop, all I'm really trying to do is make it a little bit easier for my food processor to process these. All right, let me switch out places, throw some things away, and we will get started with the pulsing of the veg. As always, I have my paper towel under my cutting board to keep everything secure and safe. Into the food processor. Mess cleaned up. Let's process. And done. I've got a reasonably fine dice on all of it. It does not need to be pureed. So the other thing that I will be processing that you will need, you either want to use 4 of the 14-ounce cans of whole peel tomatoes, or obviously 2 of the 28s. I've got 4 cans. I tend to buy it in smaller batches. So after I get these out, I will put the tomatoes in. In the meantime, let's cook these. A little bit of back and forth right now. I am using a wok simply because it's the largest pan I have that will actually cook on an induction cooktop. The rest of my cookware is aluminum and it won't, it's not magnetic, so it won't cook, but this wok will. So into the wok, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of oil, and I'm just going to let those heat up. And then I'll be adding my vegetables. Can you hear that sizzling? That's the water in the butter. American butter has a good bit of water in it. All right, let's add the vegetables. Just going to brown them a little bit. Right. This is going to go for maybe 4 minutes. It's not going to take long at all. In the meantime, I'm going to add all my tomatoes to the food processor and blend those up. My tomatoes are all nicely pureed. I'm going to set these to the side, give my carrot onion mixture a stir, and I've got one more ingredient that I need to pre-prep, and it's bacon or pancetta. I'm going to use bacon because that's what I have. The biggest difference, they both come from the pork belly. Bacon is smoked, pancetta is not. And I'm sure all the Italians that are truly Italian are like, yeah, what the Maya? Well, that's Chinese. Totally disagreeing with me. but it is an acceptable substitute. So it calls half a pound of pancetta or bacon. I'm using bacon, and I'm going to just simply cut it up pretty small. The moisture is basically cooked out of my vegetable mixture. I'm going to add 1/4 of a cup of tomato paste and cook it. Usually I want it to it'll turn a darker red, and this is going to take 2 or 3 minutes. It doesn't take long, but it changes the flavor and really makes it oh so much better. You always want to almost brown your tomato paste. Can you see how it's turned a little bit darker? That's what we want. So now I'm going to add half of a cup of red wine. They say to use a wine that you would drink. I am not a real connoisseur of wine. I do tend to buy cheap reds to cook with. So if you want to buy an expensive red to use in it, feel free. Now I'm just going to cook this until the wine reduces a bit. All right, the wine has reduced. Let's add the rest of the ingredients. So I have my bacon, half a pound. That's going in there. I have 1 pound of ground pork loin. I like it because it's so incredibly lean, and I've mentioned in numerous other videos, I wait till it goes on sale for like $1.67 a pound. I'll buy 3 or 4 pork loins and make the butcher grind them up. And I have 1 pound of ground beef. This is 85% lean. So I'm just going to put this in here and mix well. I am not trying to cook it yet. Looking at this, there is no way the rest of my ingredients are going to fit in here. I was hopeful that some of it would before I needed to switch pans, but that is not going to be the case. So I'm just going to get these mixed up, break out a bigger pan, and head to the stove. Like I said earlier, my pans, they don't cook on induction. All right, now for the rest of our ingredients. I just really haven't cooked this meat mixture at all. I was just trying to get it up to temp. I'm going to add my processed tomatoes. That's, 4 14-ounce cans or 2 of the 28s. Give that a stir. And I'm also going to add 2 cups of beef broth or bouillon. Mine is bouillon. I'm going to add 4 bay leaves. I wish I could find fresh bay leaves. I do not know where people are getting those. And last but not least, 1/4 of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. After I see a lot of bubbles come up, know that it's good and cooking. I'm going to reduce the heat to very low, and I'm going to let this simmer for about 2.5 hours. So all that meat is fully cooked and all of the flavors are married. That's it. All right, the sauce has been cooking for about 2.5 hours. It is done. Now, to finish it, what I'm going to do to give it a nice velvety finish is I have a cup of water that I sprinkled 2 packets of unflavored gelatin on. And I'm going to add this and cook this for 5 minutes. And this is going to give it a nice, wonderful, velvety texture. While my sauce is completing cooking, I've put on water to boil. I'm sitting here waiting for it to boil. I've got a lid on it because a covered pot boils faster. Let's talk about the pasta we're going to use. This is actually an imported pasta from Italy. It is bronze cut. I went down to, we have a place in Kansas City called the River Market, and there's an Italian market down there because they have the bronze cut pasta. And then I found out they have bronze cut pasta in my local grocery store. I was like, oh, cool. What it is, you can feel it and it feels rougher, and that makes it grab on the sauce better. So I'm going to be cooking 1 pound or half a kilo of bronze cut spaghetti. Now, the package directions say, it cooks in 11 to 13 minutes. I'm only going to cook this for 7 minutes. I want to finish it in the sauce so that it will absorb some of the liquid off the sauce. So as soon as my water boils, in goes the pasta into salted water, cooking for 7 minutes. I'm going to have to work really fast. My pasta has cooked 7 minutes. I'm going to drain it. And while it's completing the draining in a colander, I'm going to add 4.5, 5 cups of my sauce to the pan. And then I will put the pasta back in it to finish its cooking. So, are you ready? Let's go. Until the pasta is done. And that will be it. Get it all submerged. And we're just going to let this cook. I think our pasta is done. It took, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 minutes of cooking, and all the liquid has been absorbed into the pasta. Oh, and it smells divine. Let's try. I'm going to try to get a little bit of the sauce as well. And I'm going to top it with a little bit of Parmesan, grated Parm. Or a lot, because I like Parm. All right, let's taste. Doesn't it look amazing? Oh my gosh. The pasta is so perfectly al dente. That sauce just soaks in when you finish the cooking in it. This is really good. You look at it and you think, oh, well, this is, the traditional marinara. But it's not. You can pick up the bacon, you can pick up, you know, just these good clean flavors. It is amazing. You guys need to give this a try. And leave me a comment. Like, share, follow, comment. It's for a worthy cause. And you guys have a great day. Thank you.